Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Luke, your host, that big guy on the bottom left. If it's your first time here, we welcome you to the Gibson Hustle, where we discuss different hustles of business and investing, with the main driver to build wealth over time. This playlist is basically a weekly portfolio update, where I hope to take you on a journey to grow 50k into $1 million over a 10-year period. This is going to be purely in the ASX. I am currently using the quality at value methodology. This is episode 12, and positive to announce, we just went from 66 to 68k over the last week. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, to keep some structure to this video, you guys know the drill. We'll move through a few key areas. We'll have a quick overview of the QAV stocks performance, both over the last week and since inception. Then we'll have a nugget part, where you should hopefully learn something new each week. Then the income and owner contributions, which will lead us to an overall portfolio value. And last but not least, a bonus sign-off quote. So how did the stocks do this week? Well guys, if I was allowed to, and I didn't get hit with copyright infringements, I would play AC/DC's Back in Black right now, because you look at those bloody beautiful gains. I don't think we have ever seen a full list of positives since we started. Maybe we have, maybe we haven't. Have we? Aurelia and IVE Group up 6%. Capral up 5%. A really nice week with an overall gain of 3.61%. Much better than last week, to say the least. Alright, so since inception, we have a pure capital gain of negative 0.63%. It is so close to being in black. Portfolio still has a dividend return of 1.95%. This gives us a total return of positive 1.32%. Again, back in black, baby. Now for the updates on the list. Refer back to episode 11, timestamp above, for what the terminology for each buy, hold and sell means. But Aurelia has just scraped back in. Capral, Challenger, Clearview and now IVE Group as well are all back in buy territory. Michael Hill, Medusa and Westgold are all a hold. And last but not least, Cog and Ingham's are both below the sell line. Remember guys, do your own research. So today's nugget section is going to be about the management team. FYI, my research for this piece was mainly sourced through an Investopedia page, which is such a great source of information. Now, most publicly traded companies have a team of decision makers, otherwise known as the management team. These people are usually at the top of the food chain. The 3 C's is what I like to call them. They are the CEO, the COO, and the CFO. On paper, they look quite funny in acronym form, and believe it or not, a lot of people don't even know what they stand for. Let's start with the first one. The CEO is the Chief Executive Officer. The CEO is the top manager and is typically responsible for the full business and reports directly to the board of directors. It is their responsibility to implement board decisions and initiatives, as well as to maintain a smooth operation from an overarching perspective, with the help of senior management. Some organizations refer to this role as the president. Next, we have the COO. This is the Chief Operations Officer. Their responsibility, as the title states, is for the corporation's operations. God, that's a mouthful. Basically, they look after sales, marketing, production, and personnel, but more on a day-to-day type of thing, reporting back to the CEO. In some organizations, they are referred to as the Senior Vice President. And last but not least, we have the CFO, which is the Chief Financial Officer. Now, they also report back to the CEO and is responsible for analyzing and reviewing financial data, reporting financial performance, preparing budgets and monitoring expenditure and costs. It's the CFO's responsibility to report all this information back to the board and shareholders at regular intervals to keep everyone informed. They are also referred in some organizations as a Senior Vice President. Now that's the 3 C's. Next we move down the ladder towards the backbone, but we can cover that another time. If you guys have any suggestions for the nugget section next week, please give us a comment below. All suggestions are welcome, and yep, my eyes are on you, my biggest fan Tom. And I promise you guys, if I ever become a CEO of a publicly traded company, I will dub for you at least once like that legend. Alright, so our cash account is still at 4479. With our 4479 in cash, plus our 64,100 in stocks, takes us to an overall value of 68,579 bucks, which is about a positive 2.7% total portfolio gain from last week. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and tickle that bell to get notified when my weekly updates come out. If you want to see anything else in the playlist, please just leave a comment below. I'll try and reply to everyone. Now, I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and you guys all know the saying, keep healthy and wealthy. Ciao, Bella.